for prisoners, for people who are in prison now, it's getting people through the door, so that it's encouraging people to be volunteers, to go in and work with the chaplaincy, to go in and work with different parts of prison life, to be a volunteer even in the education world, helping prisoners to learn to read, things like that. For church people and Christians to go through the door into prison and engage with people. And then the other side, when people come out of prison, let's make sure our churches are welcoming places. There's a wonderful initiative called the Welcome Directory, which is working with churches to help them to be friendly to former prisoners. That's a really important thing we can be doing.
And churches can also provide mentors to mentor them in the Christian way.
No, because it's a command from God, and it's written in our Bible that we should support the prisoners that walk.
Ideally, we'd like to see from chaplaincy is churches where members of the church are prepared to come into the prison, build a relationship with the prisoners, so that's an ongoing relationship when they're released, so that the prisoner isn't going cold over the church doorstep.
Well, I think it's kind of some of the things that we've been discussing really here in the talk, and they've been really helpful, and I think it's really about supporting after prison.
1, by praying for them, 2, by engaging them, and 3, by helping them to establish after they come out of the prison.
I think what we have had today is more churches should be doing a lot more than what we're doing now.
Okay.
The command is there from the Bible that it is our rightful duty to look after them and stop being afraid, because the natural thing is that people are afraid. And if we can get rid of our fears and know that, yes, these people have offended, but they are also made in the likeness and image of God.
I think churches can really support prisoners and ex-offenders, not only whilst they're in prison and in custody, but also after they're upon release as well, like rehabilitation in the community and offering different sorts of resettlement programs and activities to better support them. I think the churches really should be getting involved in it. I think one of the points that was mentioned was not only the work that's been done in the prisons, but also afterwards as well, to help benefit.
And yes, I think that churches, as has already been discussed today, can be a bit fearful of welcoming ex-offenders into their congregation. And I suppose it's educating churches, really. We need to educate churches around prisoners and around prisoning, and and get more volunteers from different churches, which is what we're doing at the moment in Thameside, and getting them in as volunteers, getting them used to it, and connecting with with churches so that we can make referrals, but also education around managing them.
Thank you very much.
I think we need to be non-judgmental. We need to be inclusive, and we need to reach out to the Jesus that's within them, because it's on our hearts, and if we are children of God, we should be reaching out to everybody.
I think we need to begin with educating and reminding churches like that prisons are very much part of the community, because as they said today, that even though there is a physical wall separating us from a lot of people in prison, we need to break down those walls, spiritual walls if you want to call them that, and we need to get in to meet people. Also we need to raise awareness and let them know this must not be a forgotten community. We do it with other communities. We reach out, we go as missionaries to different countries and different communities, and it's a different community. It's a community of people living together that we must not forget about.